Hey everyone, Haley here from The Foiled Plan. I am hoping this video is going to be short and sweet. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but I went to Michael's and I got myself an Easypress Mini. When I first got my Cricut Explore Air 2, I did an unboxing and first project video and it seemed to be pretty popular. So today I'm going to be unboxing my new Easypress Mini and attempting my first project. So I didn't really see the need for one of these until the holiday season came about, because I had a client that was looking for some personalization on some little mini elves. Let me show you. She wants her kids' names across here and then the year either on the hat or on the little booty here, and it was an excuse to pick up this bad boy. So it was also on sale too. So let's get right into it and see how it goes. Right, so this is the box that it comes in. They don't have any of these on the actual Cricut display in the stores at Michael's. You have to go up to the cashier and get it from there. Let's just see how we actually get into this. I feel like this is gonna like slide out or something maybe. There's one on this side too. Maybe this, oh my gosh, there's a third one on the bottom. Okay, I think this is gonna like flip up maybe. So let me flip it towards you guys. Oh, cute. So I like that it comes with this little base, because then you don't have to worry about setting it down on anything in between presses. I was originally looking at getting just like a mini iron, and I know they sell those at like Walmart. You can get them pretty cheap on Amazon. They're usually about 30 bucks, but I thought this would be worth it because it's kind of even more compact than those. Like this iron, it's definitely smaller than like the mini hand irons that sewers use. They also have like, I think they call them like travel irons as well. They're pretty tiny. So this is nice that it's even smaller. You can do more detailed spots. But this alone I think is worth the extra money just to have a base for it. So if that's something that matters to you, then this might be a good option for you. So it comes with a little get started guide. And so it's basically the same thing, just in different languages. It says, let's get started. Get to know your Cricut Easypress Mini. So there is power and heat setting. Press to cycle through the heat settings or turn it off. And then it shows you that if it's like an orangey sort of color, that's when it's warming up. And once it's green, it's reached the correct temperature. It's not like the Easypress where you can actually set a specific temperature. It's just sort of like different levels of heat. It's just the 2-prong cord, whereas the Easypress has 3. And the cord on the Easypress is different as well. Basically just like a little warning on there. It's like got some good weight to it too. Like it doesn't feel cheesy. Like it's, and I want to know how, like if you don't set it right in, is it gonna topple over? And no, like this has, it's not super heavy, but it's wide enough that like if you accidentally set it on to the side, it's not gonna go anywhere. But it does like sit down in really nice. And it's kind of nice that it has this like slot here that you can put your hands, your fingers through. I mean, a baby might be able to put their whole hand through, but not me and my mozzarella stick fingers. Okay, so it looks like we've got some instructions. Oh, this is the warranty information, which just says more information is available on Cricut.com. Safety instructions, the whole shebang with that. So that's all of the paperwork. I don't think there's anything else in here, but no. Okay, just like the little silica gel beads. And I know I mentioned this before when I did my Cricut Explore Air 2 unboxing video that I'm one of those people that saves every single box. So you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be doing the same with this. I'm just like, if I am ever moving or traveling, or if I ever want to resell something, I always like to have the original box it goes in. Like, I even keep these little things all in one place. Okay, so that is what the box looks like and everything that you get inside. It's fairly straightforward. So now let's see about making something. First, I'm going to plug in my Mini, and I'm gonna have it plugged in on the side where my right hand is, just because I'm right-handed and that's gonna be where I'm using it. So that makes the most sense to me. Oh my goodness, I have my stool up so high and it's hard to get back onto. So I'm not gonna turn it on quite yet, but I've got it plugged in, and I'm gonna get my actual design ready. I just wanna check to make sure I know exactly what needs to be written on these little fun elfie guys. I'm just looking at my order book here. So I'm gonna do these in Procreate, or am I? Actually, maybe I'll just do them right in Cricut Design Space. So we're doing 3 of these little elf guys that I showed you earlier. So I'm going to add some text, and I don't have the membership for Design Space, so I'm just gonna go System. I'm looking for a font that's kind of just like fun. I don't want any serifs. This is kind of cute. Let's see. This is noteworthy. And then I also want the year, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Noteworthy, 2019. And I am going to need 3 of those, but I wanna adjust the sizes of everything first. So let me just grab my ruler here, and sometimes it's easier if you're working on not a completely flat space to use a measuring tape. Okay, I think 3 inches for each name is gonna be good. So I'm just going to adjust the width of each word to be 3 inches. I don't normally like to take the lock on the aspect ratio off, because I don't like it when it really changes the look of the lettering. But I'm just gonna see what this looks like, because that is really tiny. Let's go up to 1. Okay, that's still cute. And I'm gonna make them all 1 inch high. They're kind of like bubbly letters, so it's not really gonna make that much of a difference taking that lock off the aspect ratio. And then for the 2019, I think I wanna stick with putting it on the little booty here. Perfect. Okay, and now I'm gonna make 2 more of the 2019s, because each one of these is gonna have one on there. And they're all gonna be the same color. I'm doing them in white, so I'm not gonna adjust the colors on here because it doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna hit make it. So I need a piece that is about 2.5 inches by 12 inches. And I just wanna make sure that I've got the right spelling. So for this, I'm going to be using Caesar Easy Weed in the color white. And I'm going to use a standard grip cutting mat. I'm going to use my trusty dusty Fiskars paper trimmer, and I'm going to cut off a piece that's about 2.5 inches. And I know this is 12 inches, so I don't really need to measure that out, or it's very close to 12 inches anyways. So this shiny side, that's the like carrier sheet. You can see this is shiny. this is not. So we want the shiny side down. I'm gonna take my mat, I'm gonna start at one side and then move my way over just because I don't want any air bubbles. And then I've got my Fiskars brayer. Just gonna give it a quick little roll. And now I'm just going to cut my HTV on my Cricut, and then we'll be right back. Just make sure if you are doing this that you are hitting that mirror setting so that everything is flipped, because when we're working with iron-on, HTV, anything like that, it's got to be backwards so that once we apply it, it's the right way. Okay, so now I'm going to press the temperature button to turn it on. So when it's this color, it's heating up, and there's 3 different levels of heat, and you just keep pressing the button to go hotter and hotter. So I was just reading the tag on these little things, these little elves, and it says that they are polyester. So I know polyester requires more heat than cotton, so I'm just going straight away to the hottest setting. And then I'm also going to be using some parchment paper on top so I'm not singeing anything else. I think I'm gonna start by doing the little booties just because I know I can get that completely flat. And I'm also gonna grab my heat press or my Easypress mat just so I'm protecting my workspace. Oh. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not sure if I caught it on film before I had to stop the camera for a second. I had to run upstairs because I had a client coming to pick something up, and then my dog started going nuts. But the sound that this makes once it's heated up, so I can see this is green now, but the sound that it makes when it's fully heated, oh my God, I'm like winded from running up the stairs. Oh my gosh. Anyways, the sound that this makes when it's fully heated is the exact same sound that the Easy Presses actually make. So that will be familiar to you if you have a Easy Press. I just want to feel, so you can, it's just like the Easypress in the sense that like you, even though this is like a dock for it, you can still feel some of the heat underneath. So, I mean, it's not insane, but it's there. So I'm just gonna set it on here just because this is big enough for me to work with it being on there. And I'm just going to flatten out this little booty right here and then make sure that this little 2019 will fit because I measured it and it should. It's kind of weird because there's like little wrinkles on it. I think this part is definitely gonna be harder because it's sort of like weird. It's a plushy sort of feeling. I've got my parchment paper over top, and I'm just gonna take my mini and careful not to get your hands. Just gonna push down. Now there's no timer or anything on this, so just try and count in your head. So I can tell that this should, in theory, be okay to pull off now because you can kind of see, I don't know how well it'll show on the camera, but you can see the, like the fiber lines through the HTV. I don't know if that makes sense, but it doesn't look like it's just like sitting on top. It looks like it's actually fused in. So I'm gonna see how this goes. Let's see. Try and do it closer to you guys so you can see. Okay, so it's going well so far. Yay! And then I'm just gonna go around each letter and kind of like, or number, and sort of fluff the fabric cute. That was really easy. Again, like I said, it's nice to have this hole because you can really grip onto it to push down. So let's try something a little bit more challenging and see how it goes. So we're gonna do this part right here. Okay, so this is gonna be, like, it's gonna take some more movement because it's larger than the actual mini. So my fingers are close, but they're still about an inch away. And I can definitely feel quite a bit of heat like radiating from it. So just be careful how close you have your hands to it. And I'm starting to see the fabric kind of through the vinyl, so that's good. We're getting close to done. It even gets quite warm on here, so just be careful. Don't put your hands, basically from here down, keep your hands clear. Something that I always did when before I had my Easypress was I would just use my regular iron, and I would kind of use the tip of it to like trace along letters to make sure that they were fully adhered down. And it's kind of nice because with this being sort of the shape of an iron, I still have that little tip to be able to do things like that. Now, I'm not staying on here for very long, especially because I don't have the parchment paper protecting the rest of the elf on there. And then this is a warm peel, and I don't think I mentioned that before. Yay! And again, I'm just gonna go around and fluff, just using my fingernail. All right, guys, so that is my first project with the Easypress Mini. I hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing and first impressions video. I definitely agree with the slogan for the Easypress Mini. It is definitely mini but mighty, and I would definitely recommend getting one of these if you are doing some small detailed HTV iron-on work, because this definitely gave me a lot more control over, let's say, my Easypress or even just my iron, because it's quite a bit bigger, and then you can get into all the little nooks and crannies. This is still on, so I should set it down back on the little cradle. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm not sure what I'm going to film next, but I have a bunch of projects lined up and I can't wait to share them with you. And that's all I'm gonna say. Bye!